Today we're going over 5.3, Translating Parabolas. So what we're going to be looking at is vertex form of a quadratic. So vertex form is y is equal to ax minus h squared plus k. So when it's in this form, we will already know the vertex, hence the vertex form. And the vertex is going to be h comma k, and that'll be written right in your form from your h and k here. So let's say, for example, we have y is equal to -1/2 x minus 2 squared plus 3. So if we want to graph this, then right away we know what the vertex is. So the vertex is going to be h comma k, and since it's already in the correct form, it has to be x minus your h. So therefore h is 2 and your k is 3. So that's the vertex. We also know from this form that the axis of symmetry is going to be the same as your x coordinate of your vertex, so therefore the axis of symmetry is x equals h, whatever h is. So for this one, we know that the axis of symmetry, I'm just going to write it as AOS, the axis of symmetry is x equals 2. So those are the first two things that you're going to want to graph: the vertex and the axis of symmetry. So after we have those two things, we're going to find another point. So we can first graph the vertex of 2, 3, go over 2 and then up 3, 1, 2, 3, and here's our vertex. And then we also know our axis of symmetry, which is 2. And whenever it's x equals a number, it's a vertical line. So this will be going through 2. The axis of symmetry is just cutting the parabola right in half. So another point that we can find is the x-intercept or the y-intercept. So we know that to find the x-intercept and the y-intercept, for the y-intercept, we're going to plug x equals 0 in. So when we do that, we'll plug x equals 0 in here, and we'll find y. So therefore we get y is equal to -1/2 0 minus 2 squared plus 3. We'll use order of operations here. So we get y is equal to -1/2. 0 minus 2 is -2. We had to do parentheses first for PEMDAS. Parentheses, -2. And then the next step we'll do is the exponents. E for exponents. Y equals -1/2. -2 squared is -2 times -2, which is 4. And then we'll do -1/2 times 4, or half of 4, is -2 plus 3, which will give us 1. So therefore your y-intercept is going to be 0 for your x and 1 for your y. 0, 1. So we can now plot that, 0, 1. So we have 0, 1, which is right here. And we can find the corresponding point to 0, 1. This is 2 units away from the axis of symmetry, so you go another 2 units away. So therefore you're going to be at the point 4, 1. This will be enough to draw in our parabola, but if you wanted to find the x-intercepts, you can find them by setting y equal to 0. The next thing that we're going to go over is how to convert to vertex form. So when you're converting to vertex form from standard form, we need to find 3 different variables. So let's say we have standard form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c, and we want to convert this to vertex form, which is y is equal to ax minus h squared plus k. So this is standard form, and then this is vertex form. So let's take an equation. Let's take y is equal to 2x squared plus 10x plus 7. So since it's in standard form right now, we already know what the value of a is. A is 2. And in vertex form, it also has a. So for vertex form, we need to know what a is, the value of a is, what the value of h, and what the value of k is, all 3 of these. So far, we know that the value of a is equal to 2 because it's the same value of a here. So now what we have to find is h and k. And h and k is our vertex. So we can find the vertex from standard form by using x is equal to negative b over 2a. So we'll plug in and we'll get negative b, negative 10, over 2 times 2, which is negative 10 over 4, which reduces to negative 5 over 2 because we divide out a 2 from the top and bottom. So that will be the x coordinate of your vertex, negative 5 over 2, which is the same as negative 2.5 because half of 5 is 2.5. Now we're going to plug in negative 5.5 into our standard form here. So in order to find the y coordinate of your vertex. So you have 2 times negative 5 over 2 squared plus 10 times negative 5 over 2 plus 7. When you're squaring a fraction, you're going to square the numerator and square the denominator. So we have 2 times 25 over 4. 10 over 2 is a 5, so 5 times negative 5 is negative 25, plus 7. Okay, I'm going to just erase this here so we can continue with that. So we have, I'm just going to rewrite this, but canceling out this right here. 2 over 4 is a 2. So now we have y is equal to 25 over 2 minus, we can put these both over 1 and get a common denominator of 2. So we'll multiply the top and bottom by 2 here. So that will be a minus 50 over 2 plus a 14 over 2. 25 minus 50 is a negative 25 over 2 plus 14 over 2. Negative 25 plus 14 is going to give us a negative 11 over 2. So now we found that the vertex of this is negative 5 over 2, negative 11 over 2. Or you can also write it as negative 2.5, negative 5.5, because half of 5 is 2.5 and half of 11 is 5.5. So now we know h, k, and a. and then we'll plug it into vertex form, and we get y is equal to 2 times x minus a negative 2.5 will give us plus 2.5 squared, and then minus 5.5. And that is vertex form. So we'll have vertex form and standard form. These are the same equations, just written in different forms. They'll give you the same parabola once you graph them.